Hi, my name is Ryan Lee Luthway. I work for Graceful Hands. I'm from Columbus, Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. What it's done for me is pretty much gave me an opportunity to be a productive, positive uh, person out in society. Not on top of that, it's provided me uh, life lessons, as in it's brought me closer to God. I grew up in a single-parent childhood. My dad raised my brother and myself, so he did have government help. I grew up in Section 8 projects, food stamps, all that other stuff. I was the only I guess you can say African American person family in the whole projects. In saying that, though, not a lot of opportunities were given to me. I was a troublemaker. I've been catching charges since the age of 12, 28. What this has done for me is actually brought me closer to God. And it's given me a second chance that society denied me. I'm a convicted felon as well. But what I'm out here doing is, what Mo is out here doing is giving second chances to anybody that wants to help themselves. I think it's a really good and positive thing that he's out here doing, and I think everybody should take advantage, only if they really want to grasp the opportunity to do so. But it's been wonderful.
My name is Lamont Davis. I'm a member of Graceful Hands. Graceful Hands has been a blessing to me in my life. I'm from a small country town called Salisbury, North Carolina. Before I came into this program, I was a knucklehead. I used to think everything in life was supposed to be given to me by young ladies. I actually had a very, very sour outlook on young ladies. I used to make them go out and get my money for me. In a sense, I thought I was a pimp. I found Graceful Hands, and as I came to Graceful Hands, Mr. McLean, Maurice McLean, he actually took me under his wing. He introduced me to God. Ever since I've been praying, fasting, meditating, doing the things that Maurice McLean has instructed me to do, I've seen my life actually grow. I have a little girl now, she's 8 years old, and now I look at the things that I was doing to women, and I see my daughter coming up, and it's just like, how could I do that? You know, these ladies were somebody else's daughters, and I know how I feel about my daughter. Now, I'm 28 years old, been through a lot. Been shot 2 inches from my heart. Used to sell crack cocaine, got caught with 27 grams of crack at the age of 20, did 4 years. A lot of people, when I first came into this program, a lot of people say I was different, but they didn't understand me. Now, I understand that I have a family with Graceful Hands, a family away from my family. Again, I cannot say more. I can't describe how I feel about Maurice McLean, because he is the one that really, he's just like my heart right now, because without this man, he's a father that I never had. Without this man, I really don't know where I would be right now. Graceful Hand is my savior, and I want to thank everyone with Graceful Hands, especially Maurice McLean.
Hi, my name is Jared. I'm 33. I'm from Newburgh, New York. To tell you about me, I got involved with Urban Development Solution at Graceful Hands because it saved my life and it took me from somewhere I didn't want to be. We're not just ordinary people that just come from the inner cities. Urban Development and Graceful Hand really does save people's lives. When we come to your door to set a great future for our young ones and that are coming up in the streets today. I got involved with Urban Development Solution and Graceful Hands because I lost my older brother to gang violence and negativity. And seeing what happened to him made me realize Graceful Hands Urban Development Solution is going to give me an opportunity to do something better for my community and for others. So what I'm saying for me, when we come to your door, help us, because we're helping our community and we're making a greater impact on the society today. A great man once said, if you can't come all the way, can you at least meet us halfway? And Dr. Martin Luther King said those words. From me, and if it wasn't for Maurice McLean and my brother Dave Roberts, I wouldn't be here today. So I thank you, and that's my testimony. And God bless you.
How you doing today? My name is David Roberts. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I'm out working with Graceful Hands, sponsored by Urban Development. What it does is, we just try to create more jobs for young men from our inner cities who haven't had a chance to get an opportunity that we didn't have. The reason I joined Graceful Hands is because I wanted to do something different than gangs, drugs, and violence. And this gave me that opportunity. I get a chance to go door to door, talk to people who on a day-to-day basis I usually won't get a chance to talk to try to change some of the things that are happening in our community. Well, the reason how I kind of got on a bad track was I've been a mom since I was 12. And, you know, not having a mom or a dad in your life, sometimes you make the wrong decisions. Now I get a chance to basically show other young men, instead of tell them that, you know, it's more out there for us, but it's up to us to, you know, take the first step. So if we come knock on your door, it might not even be me, giving them that opportunity somebody gave you, because, you know, it takes one to raise a community. And it takes a village, you know, to make a man. So thanks a lot, and y'all have a great day.
Hi, my name is Maggie Dumas, and what Graceful Hands has done for me is allowed me an opportunity that a lot of moms at my age of 43 did not have. Took me off the streets, gave me an opportunity to make a living for me and my girls and my boys. Also, it has, gave me a place to stay as well. Graceful Hands is an opportunity that a lot of people don't get and won't get unless they put forth an effort. I'm grateful for Graceful Hands. Thank you.
My name is Lashaya James. I'm with Graceful Hands, and what Graceful Hands done for me is allow me a second chance and opportunity to do something for myself. Not only do something for myself, help others, as well as learn how to have self-discipline and responsibility for myself. I'm very grateful. It's allowed me to learn how to be more self-sufficient and take care of myself. And that's it.
Yes, my name is Royce William, and I'm with Graceful Hands. And I'm going to talk about how Graceful Hands has helped me, also the company. I am a recruiter for Graceful Hands. I go to every inner cities and bad areas in different states, and I recruit young adults that made some bad choices that want to get on the right track. Through Graceful Hands, I can also offer individual shirt, tie, slacks, place to stay, food to eat, some of the things that they may not get and food to eat. These are some of the things that Graceful Hands offer us and also the recruiters.
My name is Cher, and I'm from Huntington Beach, California. I think Graceful Hands has helped me because it helps people. It teaches them that you start from the bottom and then you push your way to the top. But the way you do that is by pulling someone else with you, because you can't do it by yourself. And that's what I like about Graceful Hands, because it's teaching people that you can't do success by yourself. You always need help, just even if it's a little bit of help. And some people forget that, because no one is one island. We're all here together.
How y'all doing? My name is Andre Goins. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Gary, Indiana. Graceful Hands has helped me a lot. I'm going to be honest, I don't have a family. This is my family, that's why I'm here. Shirt and tie, this is new, not only to me, but to the people I know. Because if it wasn't for Graceful Hands, I wouldn't be here. I'm well-mannered now. Now I know how to walk into an interview, and I know how to conduct myself as a man. Because when I came to the program with a boy mindset. But now I know how to be a man. And the reason why I like Graceful Hands because there's a guy behind there named Maurice McLean who took me under his wing and made me the man I am today. Because if you just saw me a few years ago, you wouldn't believe who you're looking at. But I just want to thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Gary Crawford. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been through a whole lot coming up out of Memphis, Tennessee. Most of all, I'm with Graceful Hands, and dealing with Graceful Hands, with this organization here, it's been able to benefit me. Yeah, I know you won't know how. It's been able to benefit me by staying out of trouble. In Memphis, it's a lot of things you can be involved with just around all over the world. As you watch the news, there's a lot of crime going on. I can truly say I feel like I escaped the cracks in Memphis, you know. It's a whole lot going on with the first 48. You just see that, you understand. But I didn't escape that environment into an environment where I can read, I can write, I can take my time, exercise, and do more things that's very positive within my community. Coming out of my community, I know you can kick it, you can lay up. But if you're serious about changing your life and doing something for yourself and for others, Graceful Hands are for you. You can reach out and touch those that really need it. Because you got parents out there with kids ain't even taking care of their kids. You got kids having kids. I seen it, I've been there. But where I'm at now, I see young ladies taking care of their families, taking care of the ones who took care of them. You got a lot of people that growed up back in the days. They didn't have none but they family got up and took care of them. Now I'm seeing young mothers taking care of their children because babies having babies. We gotta stop that.
Hi, my name is Nicole McIntosh, and Graceful Hands has helped me in numerous of ways. I've been with the founder for 3 years. I started off selling books and magazines for him, but I've been in this world for my whole life. My mom knocked on doors from the age of 19 to the age of 38. I joined the magazine business when I was 18 years old due to I didn't want to go to school and I didn't have anything better to do with my life back in Chicago because that's where I'm originally from. This program has helped my family in so many different ways. I got to see what it feels like to be one of the kids with a parent that works out here. It's not a great feeling, but then it is because you know your parent is providing for you and that your parent is safe. But then it's not a great feeling because your mom is not always there like a lot of moms. But it did give my mom a chance to change her whole world around, but even though she turned back to a lot of her bad habits. Going through the program at the age of 18, it has taught me how to be an independent woman, something I thought I was at a young age. Most of you young women out there in today's society think being independent is just taking care of yourself, making sure you have everything. It's not. Coming out here, I actually learned what it feels like to pay bills, to actually buy the things that I need first, then buy the things that I want. You're going to have to learn how to manage your money and manage your time. This program, due to Graceful Hands now, I am, how can I say, I do straight graceful for the program, so that's all I talk about when I go door to door. So I actually know more about it than anybody. It gives me a chance to move up in the organization. I've been the babysitter here, but I've also been I am one of the top graceful companions. Let's say it like that. I'm not this, and you can also learn how to have fun, and you learn how to grow up very quick and fast, and you learn how to mature in ways you thought you'll never mature. So, have fun.
Hi, my name is Alan McDonald. I'm with Urban Development Solution, Graceful Hands. Graceful Hands has done a lot for me. It had just made me realize things that I didn't realize that I had in me before, like helping the young people, helping them achieve the things like tie-dye, helping them with things like, you know, mother problems, father problems. It has really changed my life tremendously. I'm more humble now than I were before. Jackson, Mississippi, and I just like to thank Mo, the head of Graceful Hands, for allowing me the opportunity, the privilege, and the blessings to do something more constructive with my life. I just enjoyed it a lot. I enjoy being around the young people, and I enjoy helping them with whatever needs that they may be, whether it's a pair of tennis shoes or it's just helping them to tie their tie. I'd just like to thank Graceful Hands for allowing me the privilege, honor, and blessing to do this. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name is Corwin. I'm with Graceful Hands. You know, what Graceful Hands done for me is actually extending my hands. I know a lot of people in this world have big hands, whatnot, but I want to make sure you know this hands are hard-working hands. You know, it helps out a lot of people making sure that they actually can have a start in life. You know, for me, in my start in life, you know, I didn't grow up in the best places and whatnot, but I want to learn something. You know, Graceful Hands helps people that have been through the hardships and the cracks through society. You know, Graceful Hands helps them out, extend their self out to actually making sure that, you know, that crack in life can actually be, you know, cover up and actually be successful by making a mountain in life. You know, for me, I've been homeless. You know, for me being homeless, I know that it takes a lot of depression, you know, over my head, and it's not healthy. You know, I want to be healthy. You know, my mom wants me to be healthy, my whole family do. You know, but I gotta start for myself. You know, for me, independence, you know, it's a lot for me. You know, I like the movie Independence. It shows a lot of courage, you know, and a lot, you could say, a lot, you know, of bravery for you to actually get to that part. You know, I know that movie is science fiction, but independence itself, you know, having independence, you know, day can be every day for me, and that's why I'm working for Graceful Hands.
Hey, my name is Michael Cryer, and I'm with the program Graceful Hands, and it's given me an opportunity to do something more productive with myself. It's also allowing me to help others in a way that, you know, it might be a point in time in their life where they feel like they can't make it in life or do something more positive with themselves. But like I said before, Graceful Hands, it helps me and it's given me the opportunity to help someone else also. I mean, I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I was one of those victims that was in post-traumatic Katrina, and I survived that, and I was still going through a lot of stuff mentally, physically, and spiritually. And through the help of this program, Graceful Hands, it allowed me the opportunity to overcome those facts and keep on moving on with my life. And it also gave me a chance to let other people know where I've come from and where I've been, to let them know that they can also do something more positive with themselves too.
Well, my name is Anthony McCune. Graceful Hands helped me in so many ways, I don't even know where to start. They gave me a chance to come out of an environment that kept me down for a long time. And I just want to first of all thank the people that are over Graceful Hands, Maurice McLean, and everybody else that's on his board. Because Graceful Hands gave me the opportunity to do something better with my life, besides selling drugs and being on the corners, relying on the streets to take care of me and my family. I came here not only to better myself, but to make some better choices in life. And interacting and talking to people that we do interact with Graceful Hands, it shows me that there are a lot of people that are out here that are willing to help people that are willing to help themselves. And throughout life, I've always been one of the ones that was a black sheep in the family. So for my family and friends, they always thought that I wouldn't say that I wouldn't succeed, but I wouldn't go that far in life. So even my mom told me, she was like, wow, I didn't know that you even keep a job this long, or stay away from home this long. I thought you came back to the streets. But Graceful Hands showed me that I don't need the streets. I don't need to rely on drugs to take care of my family. I don't need to rely on friends that are really not friends to fill the void of love in my life. And one thing that I know for certain is that people in this world, they need things like Graceful Hands, because it saves lives of not only young adults, but older people, people that are willing to do something for themselves without having to ask or beg anybody for anything. And I would say, like, one of my most traumatic stories was, man, I have a whole list of them, but I don't want to scare anybody. If I was to say, me getting stabbed over 17 times, I've been cut all over my body and also burned. Thought I was gonna die, but with the graceful heart, of our Lord Jesus Christ, I'm still here. I've never been shot or anything like that. I ain't never really affiliated with gangs, but I was around a lot of gang members. My dad was a gang member, uncles, brothers, anybody that I can think of. And my whole life, my mom was a drill sergeant in the military, and I kind of strayed away from that path and chose my own thing, to hang in the streets and things, and disrespect my mom on all kinds of levels. My dad was in prison most of my life, and when he got out, I wanted to be with him, and he ended up killing himself. Shot himself in the head, stress, things that was going on that a lot of people didn't know about, but I did. But my biggest regret was that even when he told me that what he was going to do, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to him to let him know that how much I love him. I didn't say anything to let him know how much I needed him. So I'm not going to give you any kind of horror stories. I would just say, take a chance in life and do the right things and see the results behind that instead of doing the negative things, because in life we have a choice. And I have a favorite saying I say to myself every morning when I wake up is, Jesus has a vote for you, Satan has a vote for you. Your vote determines who wins.
Hi, Marcia Burrell, and how Graceful Hands is helping me is by allowing me a chance to become a leader and to show firsthand that you don't have to be involved in the nonsense to actually get somewhere in life, even if you weren't on a super negative path. It allows you a chance to better yourself and to become a role model for people who look up to you and people who might not know you as somebody to look up to. How it's helping other people is by allowing them a chance to get more exposure to different environments and allowing them to see positive people who are making it big places in life without, doing the negative stuff or just using the illusion of BET. So that's how Graceful Hands helping.
Corey Terry, and I'm with an organization it's called Graceful Hands. Basically, I joined Graceful Hands 3 years ago, and what it helped me is allow me an opportunity to get out of the inner city and be more positive and instructive to more young adults out there in the inner city areas. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and what I like about Graceful Hands is some of the things that they offer. Like you get free haircuts, you get food after you come in from a hard day's work, and you also get a place to lay your head at different top-notch hotels.
My name is DeMarcus Sinclair. I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I joined Graceful Hands about 2009. Really enjoying the program. It's actually been an uplifting to a young man like myself who actually did come from a rough neighborhood in Little Rock, Arkansas. I appreciate the program a lot because it's actually teaching me the values of what it really means to reach back and help those who are less fortunate, those who, not as fortunate as me and some of the other people within this organization. So I'd like to send my gratitude, my love, my shout out to Graceful Hands, Brother Maurice McClain. I really do appreciate this opportunity.
Maurice.
Yes, sir.
How did this all start?
I wanted to make a difference with people because in 1993 I lost my brother. He was killed in the streets of Detroit, and my mom came to me and told me that I was doing some stuff that wasn't making her proud, and she told me I've already lost one son, and she almost begged me. She said, "Please, I don't want to lose another one." So I joined. I started selling magazines across the country, and I went from being a salesman to owning and running my own team. And from there, I went. Someone had told me that doing what I'm doing, and told me that what I was doing was nonprofit work, and I was because in first I was taking the profits from the sales of books and magazines and housing and clothing people and feeding them. And they told me that I could get grants. We haven't got any grants yet, but we just take donations right now, and that's the way we able to do all of that. And now we're able to help more people than before.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. When you say house people, you've got a unique situation here. The story is incredible.
Yes.
You take individuals that have questionable backgrounds that are trying to do a positive. You have individuals that have not done anything wrong, they just haven't gone anywhere, and you're bringing on board and teaching them a whole set of lifelong skills. Mm-hmm. Go into that a little bit, because I don't think there's any business that does this.
Right. Well, some of them have done some wrong things, but it's not to the point where it's so severe that they need some people need to turn their back on it. So some may have drug cases because that's a product of where they're from. And a lot of people say, well, they should know better and do better. But if you're never taught better, then how can you do better? And so they fall victim to the streets and to their environment. And if you have people around you that, if this is what James is doing, John is doing, then that's what the next generation is going to do, because they're only painting a picture of what they see. In the suburbs, you're going to be a doctor because your dad's a doctor. You're going to be a lawyer because your mom's a lawyer. But if your parents sell drugs, then you're going to sell drugs. If your relatives sell drugs and gang bang and shoot people, kill people, then that's what you're going to do, because that's all you see that's around you. So some of the guys do and have come from troubled places, troubled background. But I do not believe that they're bad people in the world. We just make bad choices. So some of these guys that have made bad choices, now they're on the right path and being led by people that's helping them make better choices and better decisions for their surroundings and themselves.
Well, I think it's really interesting what you've done with the business model is the fact that these individuals, not only are they working, you're taking them out of a horrible situation, and they're joining a group of individuals that go across the country to basically learn how to run their own business. These agents are literally making decisions that business members make every day. They're making them on a small scale, but for themselves. and they have the availability to stay in nice hotels, dinners. Everything's taken care of for them, so you're not only saying, hey, I'm giving you a hand up, I'm picking you up, but you're doing it by yourself, and you're putting them in situations where they don't have to look back and have to worry about going back to a bad situation.
Exactly. The critical part in all of that is to take people from their surroundings that they're familiar with and place them in a better situation. See, if you got a job at a Fortune 500 company, if some of these guys got a job at a Fortune 500 company and went back to the hood, then they're still going to be, they'll either become a victim because and when you're in that kind of setting or surroundings, nobody wants you to do better than them. It's a thing that's going on in the neighborhoods that we have to stop. People will get praise from coming home from prison. They won't get praise from graduating college. That's backwards to me. Like, we're going to give a home welcome to such that's coming home, just been released from 5 years from prison. They'll have a party, a big old picnic, and all kind of stuff. The person that graduated from college wouldn't get that same kind of celebration. That's because it's envy and jealousy, and this person is going to be better off than these ones, and he's going to be doing better than what these people. And it's not that they don't want to do better, they just don't know better. So to move them out of that situation, put them into another environment and another surroundings and some a nicer hotel, and to be able to provide for them so that they'll be able to provide for themselves one day is unique.
I'm just blown away by the class of individuals, because when we sat down and interviewed with them, and they're going to get a chance to watch some of these interviews, these people came from tough backgrounds, and to see how they have almost changed. And when they sit down, they're professional savvy. You watch how you handle yourself. You watch how your supervisors and your managers handle yourselves. They're in the best environment to be successful. I mean, I was impressed the first time I sat down and saw you all. I told you that when I first met you. I was like, what am I looking at? This is a business model that high school should have on how to do things the right way. Dress right, pull yourself up, take your hat off when you're inside a building. Yes, sir, no, sir. I mean, these are skills that I know in the suburbs they don't have. And you're bringing these things to individuals that have seen life at its worst, and now you're bringing out the best of these individuals. That's impressive.
Well, like I said, they're not bad people. They just made some bad choices. And if they had the proper guidance, structure, leadership in front of them, it's no telling where they would go and who they could be. So I just took it on as a responsibility for myself, because I lost my brother. Now I'm working to make my mom proud. There's a lot of other guys that you witness and interview and see these guys, that they want the same thing. They want the same thing. They want to make their mom proud and their parents proud, the ones that have their father still in their life, that they want to be somebody too. And they just need somebody to show them how to be that somebody. That's pretty much it. Now, I'm glad to be, my manager and my mentor told me one thing. He said, if I have this little bit to do with how much you succeed, then I'm happy. So I'm just really planting a seed. They're going to grow. They're going to grow.
How have you seen your program with these individuals from going to city to city? Because you're a week at a time going to different cities and providing selling services. Are you seeing, I'm assuming you've been part of a sports program in your past, are you watching these people suddenly start becoming the running back, the wide receiver, the point guard? You're starting to watch these people finally start bonding with people they would never bond with before.
Exactly and absolutely, because we have some people that were from once rival gangs, and they're pitted against each other for a certain color or the side of town that they were once on. But now they're fighting for the same mission. So it's awesome to bring people that were once enemies now become friends. And those are intangibles that need to be taught, and the lessons that's learned, because I can't even describe to you what that feels like for a person to be like, I was once going to kill you, but now I want to help you.
I mean, you get tears in your eyes when you think about this, though, because we live in Detroit, one of the biggest cities in the country, and you're affecting all these people's lives. You came from here, and the message that you have is so. I know it's not in the suburbs. I mean, it's not, and it's refreshing. It's a pleasure to see what you all have done. You're going to be here in Michigan for how long?
Well, we got the rest. We're here from Tuesday, August the 7th, all the way up till Sunday the 13th.
Where are you going to head from that point?
We have to go to St. Louis. We head to St. Louis and then to Chicago. And everywhere that we go, we work to pick up some people that's willing to extend and reach and become a part of what we're doing, because it's the thing about the inner city and the communities and the neighborhoods, the hoods, is that they don't want to stay there. Most people don't want to stay there. They want to get out, but their options are limited. So Graceful Hands is just an option for them, and hopefully an opportunity for them to change their life in generations to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maurice.
Bless you, man.
Thank you so much.